Hello, my dear friends. Today we are gonna dive into beautiful ancient family secret. It's a story from a very long time ago, and it's all about a brave warrior, a truly magical teacher, and how to find your way when the world feels a bit confusing. So, are you ready? Okay, let's jump right into this. Have you ever felt so confused that you just wanted to give up and quit? Maybe it was a really hard maths problem, or maybe you had a fight with your friend and your heart felt heavy and you just didn't know what to do. Actually, we all feel that way sometimes. And guess what? Even the strongest, bravest people in the world feel that way too, including absolute greatest warrior who ever lived, who is none other than Arjuna. Imagine this. Arjuna stood completely frozen, right in the middle of dusty battlefield. One side it was his own army. On the other side, an army made up of his own cousins, his teachers and his uncles. He looked at them and his heart just broke. He couldn't fight them, but he couldn't just run away either. He was literally stuck, making all sorts of excuses to justify giving up. He felt completely, utterly lost. But Arjuna didn't just stay stuck. He turned to his best friend Krishna, who is driving his chariot, and he said these words. My nature is struck by the flaw of helplessness. I'm confused about my duty. I'm your disciple surrendered to you. Teach me. He stopped pretending some know at all. He dropped his weapons, folded his hands, and completely surrendered his confusion. Now that big word, surrender, is absolutely crucial. It's part of an ancient secret called Pancharatra. Think of it like a giant puzzle with 6 magical steps to finding your way. It means accepting what is good, rejecting what is bad, trusting you're going to be protected, accepting your savior, and Atma Nikshepa, which basically means fully giving yourself over. When Arjuna put his bow down on the ground, he was practicing Atma Nikshepa. But I really want to share the last step on this list because it is the most special of all. There is a very specific word for this. It's Karpanya. You see, Arjuna called his feeling of helplessness a flaw. As a big, strong warrior, he thought helplessness is a weakness. But on the contrary, Karpanya really means a deep sense of humility. It means realizing you don't have all the answers. Imagine your mind is a little teacup. If it's already full to the brim with your own ideas, we can't pour new tea into it, right? Karpanya is having an empty cup, totally ready to be filled with wisdom. It wasn't a flaw at all. It was literally perfect superpower for a student. So Arjuna needed someone to fill his cup. But why did he ask Krishna to be his guru, his teacher? Krishna was his friend for sure, but friends are mostly for playing and chatting. Krishna was relative, but you know relatives sometimes just give strict rules and tell you what to do. And thinking of Krishna only as a faraway god makes him seem a bit far to really talk to. But a guru is like a close, loving second father, someone who holds your hand and gently brings you straight into the light of understanding. In fact, there is an ancient text called Vishnu Sahasranama and it explains exactly what a guru is. It says, Guru is the one who teaches all knowledge or acts as a father by giving second birth of wisdom. To put that into perspective, when you learn something deeply, profoundly true, it changes you so much that it's almost like you're born all over again, but with a brighter and clearer mind. Shankaracharya wrote commentaries on Vishnu Sahasranama. Before commencing the commentary, Shankaracharya gives us a Mangala Shloka. In that he says, I bow to Krishna, the Guru who acts effortlessly, witnesses our minds and is pure joy. Adi Shankaracharya bows down to Krishna, not just as a god in the sky, but as a gentle Guru right here, watching over our very own thoughts. Now let me paint a picture for you. From another ancient song, the Bhagavadgita. Imagine you're out in the woods, trying to start a campfire. You take a piece of wood on the bottom. That's the teacher. Then you take a piece of wood on top. That's you, the humble student. When the teacher instructs you, it's exactly like rubbing those 2 pieces of woods together. And what happens when you rub wood together long enough? Spark, the bright, warm fire of knowledge, bursts right into life. But remember, to catch those sparks, you have to be ready. A wise man called Chauranginatha gave us this advice. Crush your ego to pieces. Hold out your empty bag before the Guru, and you'll see the sparks of natural light. Your ego is just that pesky little voice that says, I already know everything. I don't need any help. You will have to crush that little voice. Hold out your empty bag, stay humble, and let the teacher fill it up with beautiful sparks of light. And why do we collect these sparks? Why are we learning these ancient secrets today? It's not definitely for you to become a scholar who just shows up big words. Definitely not. This wisdom, the Gita, is here to solve our everyday confusions. It's to help us to be kind, make good choices, and to figure out exactly what to do when we are stuck. And that brings us to this word, yoga. When you hear yoga, you probably think of stretching on a yoga mat, right? But the ancient definition is karma kaushalam. That means skill and action. It literally just means doing your daily duties like your homework, cleaning your room, or just being a really good friend with a clear, calm mind and deep awareness. It means taking the wisdom of the Guru and using it to do your absolute best in the world. So, what does all this mean for us? The absolutely crucial point is this. We all face battles and we all get confused. But I wanna ask you, will you be like brave Arjuna today when you feel stuck or helpless? Will you remember that it knows weakness at all but a superpower? Will you keep your teacup empty, ask for help, and let wisdom be your guide? Keep this family secret right in your heart, and you'll always find a way.